Bod Watchers, welcome to part 1 of Psychonauts with a Therapist. It's great to have you here. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment if you haven't already. Well, of course you haven't already. Leave a comment. I love reading them.
3 days ago, Truman Zanotto, the grand head of the Psychonauts, was kidnapped. Yesterday, with my help, the Psychonauts rescued Truman from the underwater lair of Dr. Loboto. But trust me, there's no way Loboto is working alone. Today, we're on a mission. Find out who hired Dr. Loboto to kidnap Truman Zanotto. My name is Raz, and today is my first official day on the job.
Look at these cubicles.
Everything okay in here, Raz?
Oh, hey, Lily. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I've dreamed about working at Psychonauts headquarters all my life. I just thought it would be more, you know?
Come on, we're going to be late for the morale corral.
Pretty dingy office space. You definitely need some morale.
And that's how we managed to raise profits, the 900% this quarter. That's right. Thank you.
And that brings us to our next topic.
Sasha, still have the talking turtle?
Maury.
Sorry, I just like the clapping.
It's now time to give out the award for Employee of the Year. The prize for this year's award is an all-expenses-paid tropical vacation.
Ooh!
Oh, I hope it's me.
The winner of this award may be one of our newest members, but he's also one of our most improved. Congratulations to Caligosto Loboto.
What?
Way to go, Cal. You're gonna love this vacation package. I'm jealous.
I've never won anything. Or been on a vacation. I don't have to go on a boat, do I?
No, darling.
Woo!
All you need to do is get this vacation request approved by your supervisor.
What?
Just a formality. You just need to get this form signed by your boss.
My boss?
Yes, darling. Or you could just tell us who your boss is and we could...
No.
Maybe he doesn't want this tropical vacation after all.
Get back. I want it. I'm Employee of the Year.
Yes, you are, darling. Now off you go. Get that form signed by your boss.
The person who hired you.
The person you work for.
Okay.
Hurry up, before I take that vacation myself.
Rasputin?
I'm on him.
Keep up with him, Raz, and he'll lead you straight to his boss.
Oof. Quick question to chat. Does anybody know if I can pause the game during cutscenes? Or will it skip the cutscenes? If anybody knows the answer to that, I would appreciate it. Don't have too much analysis here, obviously, because we're just getting the context, but I am so unsettled by the corporate vibes, man. Hey, you won a vacation. Now you have to request the time off for the vacation you won from the company. Also, I find it so odd when companies think that the workers care about the same things that shareholders do. Employees are trying to make ends meet. They're trying to make a living. You go to work so that you can do your job, which you have varying degrees of passion about, so that you can make a paycheck that allows you to meet your needs and hopefully have some disposable income for fun and leisure activities. shareholders and managers care more about profits and all that bullshit, and workers generally don't care about profits unless they're going to see a sliver of it. Usually 900% increase in profit means shareholders do really well, employees don't see shit. If you're an employee that actually gets to be the beneficiary of companies doing well, then yeah, maybe you get a little more excited. But the corporate loyalty, everybody get jazzed about how well the company's doing despite the fact we're not taking care of you, that hits home for so many people. And what a way to set this up. You cannot pause during cutscenes. Good to know. Thank you very much, Floaty. Alright, so we're off. I am Rasputin. I work for the Psychonauts. I work for corporate overlords, which already makes me feel weird. Now we gotta follow this guy.
We'll try to head him off.
Be careful, darling.
I'm getting weird vibes about this. Something tells me he got Employee of the Month for not good reasons.
Stay close to him, Raz.
Don't freak him out.
Getting weird vibes.
Never to act casual.
I am acting casual.
What's that?
I said, I love Casual Friday. Am I right? Attention. The tooth is loose.
Don't lose.
I know I'm already pausing a lot, but anytime I got a tidbit, I'm gonna do it. So, act casual. Many of us have probably heard this before in our lives, and I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't work when you tell people to do that. And it actually comes from like how we think about certain performance anxiety, like when we deal with like performance anxiety and stuff like that. There are so many things we do when we act casually, unconsciously, that when you bring them to consciousness, it's almost impossible to make them seem as they normally would under common circumstances. As soon as you tell somebody to do something very basic like that, that is mostly autonomic, now they are attending to various aspects of their behavior that they wouldn't otherwise attend to in a given moment. Usually what people think about are like more abstract things that are going on, reacting to the environment, etc., etc. When you tell somebody to act casual, it's recognition that what's currently happening is not a circumstance where a person would normally act casual. It already presupposes that there's something different about the situation. Thus, you start wondering what you would actually do if you were acting casual, and you can't act casual if you are forcibly doing things that normally happen automatically. So that directive actually has a counterintuitive consequence of bringing things to the consciousness that we wouldn't otherwise want to be there. And so instead, you might want to say, like, focus on the task at hand, or, you know, something like that. But saying act casual is not a great directive here.
Raz.
Okay. It's my first day on the job.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
I think he suspects something. He's taking countermeasures.
Just remember your basic training, soldier.
Right.
Basic braining. Punch the boxes. Oh, now he's really gonna know what's up.
Are you following me?
No, man. Just somebody said this painting was crooked in the hallway. Keep calm rarely works, Golden Spider. Yeah, it's not generally useful.
You are following me. This was all a trick. I'm not Employee of the Year. I'm the greatest dentist of our century.
All agents, the tooth has gone bad. Repeat, the tooth has gone bad.
Maintain pursuit, Rasputin.
We are in position to intercept.
Roger.
I would love a little more context for why I'm chasing this
Looking
guy.
for me?
Yes.
Well, come and get me. Why are you taking so long?
Whoa.
I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation you're in.
This is like Inception.
Watch out!
Hey, you're not supposed to walk that way.
My posters!
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
I'm business. I got business to do.
Yep.
Push against the side wall jump like Mario. Push against a wall while in the air to wall slide. Oh, okay.
Coach!
What up,
No
dude?
time for small talk, soldier. The enemy is on the move. But we've got him cornered. This way. Quick!
I need to know why I'm doing this.
Hurry! We can't let him shake us.
Now, before the procedure, it's very important that we clean out your dentist's hat. You don't want any dirty. Go away!
Hold in any direction and press B to dodge out of the way.
I can't lift that tooth.
There's a door up there.
And telekinesis.
Great job following orders, Private. You go on ahead. I'll take up the rear guard.
Apparently I'm in the military. Or this guy's ex-military.
Coach, there were no teeth in Sasha's plan.
That's what I told him. But he's all, no weapons, Maury.
What's this?
Lots of figments of Lobato's imagination here.
When you see a figment, suck it up, soldier.
Wait a second. Are we in his brain? If these are figments of his imagination, that suggests to me that perhaps we are not in the real world. We are instead in this guy's perception of the real world. Whoa! And if that's the case, this is awesome. Because then we can get into talking about social constructionism. Is there an objective reality, or is reality only what we can perceive? Find out. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get up here. Yeah.
I thought the big tooth was upsetting. Well, soldier through, Private. Unzip that dental door.
You got it, Chief.
Good job, soldier.
What's that light?
Uh-oh. Zip it back up again. Zip it.
There. Now that your cap is clean, let's check out those choppers. If I didn't know better, I'd swear this place had gremlins. No problem. I'm sure I can do this in the dark.
Coach, this room is definitely not in Sasha's plan. In fact, I think it's a trap.
No.
That's just a sensor.
Tax thoughts that don't belong. Oh no!
Everybody has those. Live in your mind and stamp out things that don't belong.
Like us?
You handle this one. I'll find a way out.
It's a coping strategy! Oh god! Okay, alright. Because I'm getting questions about this. Okay, so what is social constructionism? Very brief. TLDR. Okay? I'm already pumped up. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, very quick TLDR on social constructionism. It's the idea that reality is only what we perceive and construct it to be. So it's like, is this pop can a pop can. It's a pop can only because that's what we've constructed it to be. A table is only a table because we've taken those symbols, and when we put them together, they have a certain function, and we've constructed it to be that. But that if you brought a table to somebody who's never conceptualized a table before, they're going to think that it's something else. So, that's really the idea, is that we construct reality and that we collectively do it through relationships, through language, through shared meanings, stuff like that. So when we talk about perception as reality versus objective reality, what we're saying is that you could tell a person that it is 65 degrees outside, but if that person's perception of 65 degrees is that it's hot, and that person says it's hot out, that person's reality is that it is hot. If that person makes meaning out of something differently than another person makes meaning out of it, does it matter what the objective reality is? Or is it what the person is operating off of their perception being more important because that's their subjective experience? So it really gets into all of the complications of subjective versus objective reality, because the reality is most of us operate off of subjective reality as opposed to objective reality, because we can't really know what we're not perceiving. We can know that things exist, but if we're not actually having the it gets very complicated very fast. So what we're seeing, if we're inside of the dentist's brain and we're seeing his perceptions, is we are seeing the reality that the dentist has constructed, not the objective reality. So we're seeing his internalization of the office space, not the actual office space. And what's kind of interesting is if you ask people to create a map of like an environment that they're used to being in mentally, and if you could have them draw it out, you would find that there are bits and pieces that are missing from the actual space that you had them reconstruct in their mind. And so we're seeing that play out in spades right here, which is neat. Now, when the coach mentions that this this figment is there to stamp out thoughts that don't belong, you can make the argument that the figment is a coping strategy that the dentist has developed for intrusive thoughts, and that his brain is registering the figures of us as intrusive to his mind. He doesn't want us to be there. If that's something that he's conscientiously attending or consciously attending to, versus if that's something that he has gained that skill to recognize patterns that maybe don't fit with what he normally expects within his own mind, we have no idea. But you could make an argument that we're about to have a fight with a coping strategy, and I love it. So, here we go. I'm already loving this. We're like 10 minutes in. Brains represent the strength of Raz's connection to a mental world. When mental energy is depleted, he will reset his last mental checkpoint. Oh no! Alright, the sensors can be stunned by throwing objects at them with telekinesis. Pick up these little guys to restore your mental energy. If you run out of brains, it's game over. No! No! No!
Yes.
Emotional baggage tag. Reunite this tag with its companion emotional baggage to sort it out. Okay. No! Come here. Yeah! Get away from me, coping strategy. I'm calling them coping strategies, just so you know. That's what we're calling them. He wants to stamp me out. Which, again, brings into account, right? It's not about the thoughts. We don't change the thoughts. It's about how we respond to them. The dentist is currently choosing how to respond to me as an intrusive thought by attacking it. He's going on full-on assault. He's not empathizing with me. He's not being curious about my existence, wondering why I'm here. Perhaps there's a good reason for me to be here. But no, instead of being curious about the thoughts that are entering his brain, he has decided that they are bad and that he must attack them, that his response must be with aggression and judgment. Not this time, coping strategy. What? Oh no!
Hey, you're done goofing off down there. I found a way out of here. Use your fists, boy. And I don't mean those tiny ones at the end of your arms.
Whew.
You just have to do your thing with the dental door here. Ugh. I can't even look at it.
Sorry to hear that, man. There's something obviously.
Sounds like there's some emotional baggage nearby. I should try to get that sorted.
Everyone has emotional baggage that needs to be sorted. You can help out by finding this bag's lost tag. Every 5 you reunite, we'll get a rake. Yeah! Oh, this is awesome. Oh, it can be. It kind of is, Scott. Oh my god. And yes, Golden Spider, I do think that having these kinds of concepts introduced in a cutesy, approachable way does make some of this stuff more accessible. I already know I'm going to be able to talk about a ton of stuff in this playthrough. And if that makes it so that folks can learn a little bit more about themselves, that's awesome. Memory vaults. Some minds try to protect themselves by locking memories away in vaults, chase them down, and bust them open to reveal repressed memories inside. Okay, so first little snafu here that I gotta point out. Unlocking repressed memories is not always good. In fact, sometimes it can actually re-traumatize a person. There is utility to repressing memories. One of the things that has been problematic with pop psychology is that there is this notion that gets represented that memory recovery is end-all, be-all good, that all of us should know what all of our memories are. There's actually very good reason for folks to lock memories away. It can actually be an adaptive response to trauma. So don't ever try to uncover memories without the help of a professional, and even then, some professionals, myself included, will be averse to trying to unlock repressed memories because, one, we have no way of verifying the accuracy of those memories when they come out, and two, it may not actually help you in the long run. We generally want to attend to what's going on for a person as close to the present as possible. Memory is very unreliable, particularly if it's memory that hasn't been replayed at all over the years. Doesn't mean that repressed memories can't affect the way that people show up in the present, but we can change behavior even if we don't know what's necessarily driving it. So I'm hesitant with the idea of constantly just breaking into these memory vaults and seeing what's inside. Recap video will probably help everyone down the road. Did we miss the memory? I guess we must have missed it. We'll go back to it if we missed it, but I just started a new game. I figured they'd show it at the beginning of that.
That's one of Dr. Lobato's vaults. I should try to catch it. Could be high-value intel inside.
All right, what's in the repressed memory? How do I grab it? Hey, come back here. Enhancement under the sea. So he's reading. Oh, this is awesome. So they do it in snapshots, which is how this would generally go. All right, so he's chilling at his desk. He's got his turtle, the dental tales, passport, map, money, people handing it to him. Charlie Psycho Delta, Outpost Charlie Psycho Delta. He's all excited about where he gets to go. He looks super pumped up. Got fish hooked up to stuff. I mean, look at... So, okay, so check out the consistent patterns in these when we see him. Other than this one. Smile. Smile, smile, smile. So in this repressed memory, we potentially have these are good memories, or ones that he would conceptualize as being good. Obviously, we have absolutely no context for any of this. But it seems that whatever it is he's working on, there is some level of happiness and pride. And maybe these are people that accept him. Maybe these are people where he gets to feel a sense of worthiness because he's good at what he's doing. So these are memories of competency. Memories where he was better than. And there's a whole lot of hypotheses we could have, but we certainly wouldn't make any of them be the de facto, like, conceptualization of who he is. And it makes you wonder what we're intruding on. I love that his, like, he sees... I love that he sees things in terms of teeth. It makes so much sense, man. When you have a certain skill that you dedicate your life to, it's very hard to separate yourself from seeing other parts of the world in that way. So, it's like in Grand Theft Auto, when you see when you get into a car, all of a sudden more of that car exists. That's a real phenomenon. Can we repress good memories? Yes, we can. Repression is not always an active process, though. Repression can be and more often than not, is not a conscientious process.
Coach, is this normal? Do Sasha's mental scenarios usually break down like this?
Never. There's something screwy going on in this brain. The sooner we get out of it, the better.
Huh. Aww. Aw, the baggage gets his tag. I love that. Oh, it was all sad. Okay. Yes, I must be, Natch. Okay, so something interesting here is the whole concept of this, that we're like invading somebody's mind, is pretty interesting because like this, the coach clearly has a judgment about this guy's brain, right? He's saying this is creepy, something goofy's going on here. I don't know that that's the attitude we want to have going into people's brains. This is his brain, not mine. He conceptualizes the world how he conceptualizes it.
See what you can find that way. See you on the other side.
All right, Captain.
Looks like some sort of conference room in here.
Rasputin, is that you? I need...
I'm coming, Sasha.
Hey, more emotional baggage.
Rasputin, careful.
Here's
It's
the hatbox tag.
a trap. It's a trap. Lobato has...
Ooh, Lobato's got good
Someone
coping
is
strategies.
helping him. He couldn't do this himself. Please, Rasputin. I'm not providing any new scientific insight.
Press right bumper to blast
too
concentrated
strong.
beams of psychic energy from your head with Psy Blast.
Thank you, Rasputin.
Whoa.
Please, let's get clear of this.
Sasha, how is Lobato breaking through the office construct?
He couldn't be doing this on his own. He must be getting help from someone even more sinister. Get ready, Rasputin.
Bow bow, bow bow, bow bow. Bow bow. Get out of here, teeth.
Keep moving forward.
Sasha!
I've got the situation under control.
Do you?
Just find us a way out of here, quickly.
Yeah, don't bother with them little mooks. You want to go for the gold. You gotta grab the big boys. Help me carry this one, will you, Frankie? Come on, Frankie, put a little muscle into it.
God.
Can't believe it. Shut up! They got me too, Frankie. The mooks.
Gold tooth, gonna help me out here. All right. Office directory, storage, breakdown. Oh, interesting. Look at that. So, rage, breakdown, trap. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Did you even brush before you came in here today? Honestly, it's a mess in there. Here, rinse and spit. Get out everything that doesn't belong.
Oh no, not back in the trap.
Trap?
Coach? Coach, where'd he go?
Oh, well, that's a good sign.
What is it?
Regret weighs
That
you
is a
down.
regret. If Lobato has regrets, then maybe there's a way we can still get to him. Let's get out of here and find Lobato.
Sasha? Are regrets dangerous?
Oh, yes, extremely. Take care of that one, will you, while I find an exit.
Press right stick to lock onto a single target. Ah, we gotta fight regrets. Ah! Right, a quick word about regrets. Regrets tend to exist because of hindsight judgment. When you make a decision in a given moment, you generally make that decision with as much information as you have in that given moment. Emotional state, recent context, environment, people who are involved, perceived consequences, anticipated consequences, etc. People generally are met with regret when the outcome of their decisions is something that they are not fond of. Either they didn't anticipate it, or they look back and wonder what else could have happened. Regret is a judgment more so than it is an emotional experience. And it is one where we use hindsight oftentimes to judge the decision we made in the past, despite the fact that we didn't have the benefit of hindsight and the actual consequence to know what was going to happen. There are so many decisions that many of us would make differently, knowing what the consequence of that decision was. But the fact of the matter is, when you make a decision in the present, you don't necessarily know 100% what's going to come from that. I'm not a huge fan at looking back on your past with a significant amount of judgment. I think it's important to use the past to learn things about how you can make better decisions in the present and future. But using hindsight to judge decisions you made in the past generally just makes you feel like shit, which is why it weighs you down, so to speak, like it's represented in this game. Those are narratives that you can actually detach yourself from if you do some of the work. Now let's fight it. Oh, you again?
Good job, Repression. Unfortunately, I can't find a way out of here anywhere.
Sasha? How long has that golden door been there?
Golden what?
Did somebody say gold? Frankie, here's our chance for revenge!
Oh, not these guys.
I'll keep looking.
Watch out! Not again! I'm coming to see you, Ma!
Repression, you see what you can find through that door. I'm going to stay here and attempt to repair my construct.
He's like the architect from Inception, it seems. I didn't get to match that tag with its baggage. I'm a little sad about that. I'm carrying a tag that doesn't have baggage. I think regret is only a good thing if people channel it into making better decisions in the present and future. I'm not going to really speak in absolutes with that. I'm sure somebody could find an example of regret that's good. And I'm not sure, Isaac, if that's the case. Also, just as a heads up, chat, because I know there's lots of people here, which, by the way, really glad you're here, whether you're watching the VOD or whether you're here live. I will not respond to everything that happens in chat. I'm not ignoring you. I promise I'm reading stuff, but I hope you won't take it personally if I don't respond or read everything that comes through chat while we do the playthrough.
Yep. This is not getting any better.
Raz! Is that you? Come down here!
Lily, I'm coming!
This guy really thinks in teeth. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, slippery.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa,
Here I
whoa.
come!
Ooh. Oh, no.
Still got that water phobia, huh?
It's not a phobia, it's a curse. Back in Grulovia, my whole family was cursed to die in water, and...
Yeah, super sad. Look at these posters! I think someone else planted these in Lobato's mind to intimidate him.
And make sure he didn't tell us who hired him to kidnap your dad.
Let's get rid of them. Maybe it'll help. Help me burn these posters, Raz.
Wait, so he kidnapped her dad? And we're trying to figure out what he knows about it. Okay, so this is interesting. So, again, if we think about these things as being constructs that Lobato developed in order to ward off either intruders or as a way to basically serve as reminders, we all do this. We all create these little narratives and stories and symbols that we can draw upon in certain moments, and we use those to get us through ambiguous situations or things that we're worried about. So I'm trying to see if there's any pattern. Basically, a lot of these are like, don't talk. Boy, that would be really difficult, though, because okay, so if you have these reminders everywhere, this would be tricky, because if you actually had people that were good for you and were helpful, and this is what you're operating off of, you might find yourself being really reclusive and not talking to anybody out of fear that you're going to snitch, which is why we have to be very careful not to have such simple constructs that we draw upon in times of adversity. Released to set things on fire. Okay, so we're burning down.
Looks like you found an even bigger room.
I'm gonna catch up to Lobato.
Okay, I'll catch up after I make sure these posters are all burnt.
Burn all of them down just to see. If anything happens. I really hope we're the good guys here.
You got more fire in your head than I realized, Raz.
Otherwise, I'm just taking this guy's mental constructs down. Reckless abandon.
Lily?
Oops. Oh, you're back.
I feel bad about not recycling these, even though they're not real.
Oh, wow. She's watching. Stool pigeon? Not even a smidgen.
Back in the rhombus ruin, was I? We had a moment, am I right?
We're not here to hurt you. We just want to know who hired you to kidnap Truman Zanotto.
Why can't you just let it go? All's well that ends well, right?
Loose lips sink drips.
What's that sound? Ew.
So if I missed the, apparently I missed the context video. So when we get to a good spot to pause, I'll pause, go back to the menu, we'll watch the context video, and then we'll jump back in. And if anybody who's played the game before knows of a good time for me to pause and do that and save, I would appreciate that, because I do want to make sure we watch that together so we have a little bit of context for what's going on here. I wonder if I have to burn all of these down too? Oh, there's a, okay, so there's a hole behind there. See what we got here. Also, the music in this is excellent. If you try stopping here, it may just put you back at burning picks. Time since last save, 5 minutes. Let's go into the next room and then we'll do it.
Yep.
What a cool room. Oh, there's baggage up there.
I think I hear something. I need the purse tag here.
Oh, it means I missed.
I'm sorry I did it. I take it back if I could. Was that you screaming? Or me? Doesn't matter. Listen, we all have our doubts and regrets. But it's too late to turn back now, understand? What we have to do now is finish the extraction.
Lily, I think Lobato is starting to have doubts.
Duh, they're right over there.
Doubt holds you back. It certainly can.
Luckily, they're highly flammable. You take care of them while I find a way out, okay?
Quick word about doubts. Like most psychological constructs, doubt's functional. Doubt is a result often of one of two things. It's either the result of uncertainty, thus you experience doubt because you'd rather go with a known variable rather than an unknown, or it's from learned experience, where you have enough similar things that have happened that the nuts and bolts are close enough that you believe you can make an informed enough decision about what's happening right now, and doubt becomes very adaptive because perhaps you don't act on something. So when they say doubt holds you back, that's true, but that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes doubt is very functional, because you can have a healthy dose of skepticism because we don't ultimately know the intentions of others. We can't predict the future with 100% certainty. So doubt and skepticism is healthy when used in beneficial ways. At the same time, you do not want to create your entire reality around doubt, because it will stop you from doing things that may otherwise be good for you. Having too much cynicism or doubt can be quite stagnating. So It's not a black and white thing. It's something that many of us have to navigate, but doubt's not always a terrible thing. It's just important to understand some of the basis for the doubts that we have and which of those two lanes we're pulling from as it relates to it. All right, cool. So I am going to go back to this title screen really quick before we fight the doubt so that we can watch the context video so we know what the hell's going on. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get there. Oh, previously on Psychonauts video. Here we go. So let's watch what happened in the first one so we have some context for what we're doing. Speaking of that.
Dear True Psychic Tales magazine, it's me again, Rasputin Aquato. I know I write a lot and you haven't printed any of my True Psychic submissions so far, but this one's different. This one's true. I just helped rescue Truman Zanotto, the grand head of the Psychonauts, and father of Lily Zanotto, my girlfriend. Although the term is still very fresh and might need fact-checking before we go to print. There was a kiss, but... Okay, I'm already getting off track. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up in the circus, the Aquato Family Circus, a ragtag little caravan of acrobats run by my parents. We were taught all our lives to hate and fear psychics, or fortune tellers as we knew them, all because of some old thing where they cursed the Aquatos to die in water. Problem is, I am psychic. I have been all my life. I hid my powers from my family, practicing them in secret, until one fateful night. After a show, a mysterious stranger handed me a brochure for Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp, a training facility for psychic kids, operated by the international espionage agency we all know as bum bum bum, the Psychonauts. I ran away from home that night. When I got to Whispering Rock, I blended in seamlessly with the other campers. Superstar secret agent Sasha 9 and Mia Vodello taught me levitation and psi blast. I learned pyro and telekinesis from Ford Cruller himself. He was all over camp, literally all over, due to his ability to teleport. He even took up psychic residence in my head, which I could prove to you if you had a piece of bacon. Needless to say, things were going great. The one little catch was that the head coach of the camp was stealing campers' brains and putting them inside armored death tanks that I guess he was going to use to take over the world or something. I went into his mind and found out he just had some issues with his father. I mean, who doesn't, right? Now he's okay. Not great, but okay. Just as Ford Cruller was making me an honorary psychonaut for all my hard work, word came in that Truman Zanotto had been kidnapped. So my fellow psychonauts and I jumped in a jet, set out to find him. Our search led us to an abandoned underwater outpost of the Psychonauts in a dangerous part of the ocean, known as the Rhombus of Ruin. We found Truman there, held captive by Dr. Lobato, unlicensed dentist and amateur brain surgeon. We freed Grandhead Zanotto, but he's got Silurium poisoning and can't tell us what happened. We know Lobato wasn't acting alone, but he won't tell us who hired him to kidnap Truman. Agent 9 has an idea how to get the information, using an elaborate psychic construction implanted in Lobato's mind. It's risky, but that's just a way of life when you're a psychonaut. If I don't make it back, I really hope you consider publishing my letter. And also, please consider the sample layout and illustrations I included. Well, I better get my head in the right place. The mission is about to begin.
Okay. All right. So there's a little context. Makes sense. So we are in his mind. Glad I was able to figure that out without having the intro video. Very cool. All right, let's get back in there and let's fight some doubts.
I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby.
Oh, neat. All right, I can go back. I want to go get that tag for the bag. I didn't realize this was going to be the actual way I needed to go forward. He's an unlicensed dentist. Not great. It's not great. What up, Juice? Thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate those of you that are here for the live stream. And again, if you're watching the VOD, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to watch the VOD. So our fear of water is because psychics predicted that people in our family would die from the water. We have a aversion to water that's potentially unfounded. Gotta be something in here that we're missing. Just trash this office. I hear something jumping around. Right? You guys hear that? It's the sound of your power replenishing. Oh, okay.
What's that sound?
Oh, there's the baggage. Yay! Oh, they're like, oh, I hate how they're all sad. You can have emotional baggage that's not just sadness. By the way, baggage isn't a bad term. It just means that we all carry our memories and the emotional experiences we had with us. And it colors our perceptions of the current times. It's not a bad thing. You want to find the tag for this, though. Okay, just burn everything down. Poor guy was really happy about being Employee of the Year. This is where the completionist in me is going to come out. I want to find this bag tag. Oh no! Gotta be around here somewhere. Oh shit. Fine.
I'm sorry. I did it. I take it back if
The bag is crying.
Was that you screaming? Or me? Doesn't matter. Listen, we all have our doubts and regrets. But it's too late to turn back now. Understand? What we have to do now is finish the extraction.
Now we get poured out, and here comes Doubt. So this is our
Lily, I
girlfriend,
think
maybe?
Lovato is starting to have doubts.
Duh, they're right over there. Luckily, they're highly flammable. You take care of them while I find a way out, okay?
Got it. Let's go. Bring it on, Doubt.
Careful, Raz. Those things can really slow you down.
just beating these guys over the head with watercolors. Titanium is a psychoreactive material used by Psychonauts as currency. Save it up to buy some useful stuff for later. Oh, alright. Psy-Pop. This brain candy will restore some of your mental energy. Hold down to gobble a Psy-Pop. Oh, neat. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, Raz, doesn't this painting look familiar?
Get away from me, you scary little girl!
Think we should burn it?
Oh, you haven't changed, have you?
Come on, just tell us who hired you to kidnap my dad.
Oh, this is really personal for you, isn't it?
You
Yeah.
better believe it is.
Well, I'm sorry if you were offended.
That does it. I'm burning this guy.
Wait, wait!
I'm sorry if you were offended is not an apology. That is a passive shot at somebody's emotional experience or reaction to something you did. And the apology is placing the onus of the reaction on that person, not an apology. An apology consists of taking accountability for the way in which something you did or said affected another person. It is a recognition of impact. Now, your intent might not have been to have the impact that you had, and that's fine. But an apology recognizes that despite your intentions, the impact you had on somebody was not good, is worthy of that recognition, and it's validation of that person's experience of the impact. You can discuss the intentions behind that after you recognize the impact. If you are not willing to recognize that impact for what it is and to see it as separate from the intention behind it, such that you can recognize that person's experience and validate it, then don't apologize. You're better off not apologizing than saying something that Lobato said, where you say, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, or I'm sorry you were hurt. It casts the accountability where it doesn't belong. An apology is, I'm sorry that I did this thing that hurt you. The other thing that I want to say about these constructs that I think is actually really cool, and it's something that if you're watching this you can take with you, is these constructs that are created in this very like cutesy way, I think are really useful. Because it helps you depersonalize some of the experiences that you have. You can see doubts as something that are both driven by you, but also something that you react to. And if you can separate it, in a term we like to call externalization, if you can separate it a little bit from you, it can empower you to fight against it or to respond to it in a more effective way than you might do when you're on autopilot. And so conceptualizing your doubts this way and saying, is this a doubt that I want to fight or listen to, as if it's this separate entity, can be really useful because you can almost passively hear the empowerment in the you that's there, or the me, if you're speaking to yourself, as being separate from that. Sometimes our narratives and some of these emotional experiences, we so heavily integrate into who we are that we don't separate ourselves from them to respond to them more effectively. Yep, for sure, Sadie.
I'll tell you,
Yes?
the person who hired me
Yes?
was no one. No one hired me because I didn't do anything.
Oh, brother.
Well, not on purpose, at least. It was an accident.
You've got to be kidding me.
Your father got lost and ended up in the rhombus of ruin on accident. And I was just trying to help him rest while we waited for you to come save him.
Nice try.
I want to point something out that I don't know if it was intentional by the devs, but I am going to use it anyway. You notice that while Lily is talking to Dr. Lobato, that she's not looking at him, she's looking at me? There's two things that you could potentially read from that, and they don't even necessarily have to be connected. One is that her unwillingness to attend to him and look at him while he's speaking to her, albeit through a painting, is a way to exert some power in that setting, because he doesn't get to feel a sense of connection with her while he talks. There's a barrier there. The other thing that you could potentially read from this is that there is something about my presence that is comforting to her, because she's talking to a person who kidnapped her father, which ostensibly could be a trauma for her. And so she's looking at me while she is confronting the person who precipitated that traumatic instance, which means that there is something about my presence that is safe for her, and I give her a lot of credit for attending to the safety point of the room as opposed to the danger point of the room, given that she's not actually in danger in this moment in time because she's just talking to a painting of Lobato. Whether that was intentional or not, you can get a lot of information sometimes from just how you read people's body language, including what they look at when they're in certain circumstances or who they get closer to. A classic thing that we look at in family therapy is who sits next to who in the room. It's very rarely a coincidence.
I don't even care anymore. Oh, you're worse.
I want to check out the room really quick. I want to see if there's anything for us to grab in here. This tickles my collectible bone. Art design in this is gorgeous. Oh no!
You don't.
I think I just did.
Mia?
Yes, darling?
Nothing.
Did you forget everything I taught you about levitation, Rasputin?
No. Your thoughts can lift you up if you focus.
Better hurry before we
Oh,
hit the
I love
ground.
that. Press and hold left
There you
trigger.
go. Woo-hoo. Now let's get out of here. Lobato needs our help.
Yes. Wait, help Lobato.
Someone really did a number on that poor thing. I think he wants to tell us who hired him, but he's terrified. Let's find him and help him.
Okay. You know what? Good for her. I even got inducted into this. I'll bet most of the people watching this got inducted the same way I do, which is that this was set up for us to automatically think that Lobato's the bad guy. Good for her for reminding us to have some empathy and to get more information. Perhaps Lobato is a bystander in a bunch of this stuff, and a person basically pushed into him a bunch of safeguards against helping us out for that person's own gain. It is possible that Lobato is the victim of abuse, and that there is somebody who's got some real power over him that's got him in a really terrible situation and has assisted him, or even on its own built up these constructs to keep us away. That's a very empathic view to have of Lobato. Does it mean it's true? Not necessarily, but I certainly have been operating off of, yeah, he must be the bad guy. Really easy to get sucked into that. I pride myself on trying to go as empathically as possible through everything, but even I get sucked up into context and how things are framed, which is really a testament to how important framing is on people. I'm not a big believer in going off of your first reaction to somebody, and especially not reacting off of what other people tell you about a person. I do think it's important to get to know a person yourself. That's not always safe, but that was a nice little smack in the face there. Good for her. To glide as far as possible, hold A longer to jump farther before tapping A to double jump and press left trigger. there's a baggage tag over there. I want to get it. I don't know if I can, though.
Don't forget to float, darling.
Whoa. Neat.
First tag.
Oh, no. Oh my god, Widgie, you raided me and I didn't even notice it. Widgie, thank you so much for the raid. Oh man, I'm so sorry I missed that. Those of you that are here from Widgie's raid, thank you so much. Please make sure you follow her if you don't already. I can't believe I missed that. Thank you for the gifted sub for Widgie and those of you that have subbed over here on Twitch side. Okay. Go over here. Do. Can I go over here? Come on. Come on, baby. Aww. Oh. Alright, there's fall damage. Alright, it makes you wonder, what are the doubts related to? Oh shit!
Over here.
Mia, the mission is falling apart. We've lost control of Lobato.
There's a little chaos on every mission, Raz. A Psychonaut must always remember how to roll with it. You remember how to gather your thoughts and roll with them, right?
I love the idea that your thoughts are what can lead to, like, basically, like, make you levitate or lift you up. Because it really does speak to the power of, like, the way that we frame things, the thoughts that we have, that you can frame things. You can't control how you feel, but you can control how you respond to it, and what meaning you make of the world around you, and how you act upon it. And it's pretty neat. Oh, let's see. All right, levitation can protect you from hazardous floors. Press left trigger while on the ground. Oh, neat!
Hurry, Rasputin. This is not my kind of party.
Oh no! Oh no!
Mia?
Ah! Damn it! Go! Toothbridge. Not good. Let's go. God damn it. Yeah! Yeah!
Mia? Where are you? Sasha, I can't reach Mia. I think she's been dementistrated.
Dementistrated?
Sasha? Coach! Suitcase tag. Gotcha.
This kind of looks like The Nightmare Before Christmas, where the Sally guy is. I always forget his name. It's got Tim Burton vibes. For sure.
What was I supposed to do again?
It's him! I've got to stop him!
No. Get to pull a tooth. Oh no! Holy shit. Don't stamp me out. I don't think I can pull her teeth. It'd take forever.
I put the egg in the box and it... Box.
Dr. Frankenstein? Or Finkelstein?
Box in the basket in the basket in the ocean.
The box in the basket in the basket in the ocean.
I put the old box in the basket and the egg in the ocean. I put the old egg in the box in the basket and the egg... Oh! No! I put the egg in the box and the... No. That's it. No! Box! No! Box!
Baby.
I put the old box in the basket and the egg in the ocean.
I got almost all of these.
I put the box in the basket in the basket. I put the egg in the box and the box in the basket and the basket in the ocean. No, that's not it. Put the old box in the basket and the egg in the ocean.
You put the egg in the basket and the old egg in the box and the box in the ocean.
Simple.
And if you tell anyone about me, anyone at all, you'll have to deal with her.
No, not her. Please don't make me look at her again. No, I won't tell. I won't tell anyone. I promise. No, please. No, not her. I won't tell.
It is Inception.
That bozo's brain was booby-trapped.
Yes, whoever hired Lobato to kidnap Truman knew he might be psychically interrogated.
The poor thing looks terrified.
Did anyone get a good look at his boss?
I saw him, but I couldn't tell who he was. And I saw... something else. I saw the thing that terrified Lobato. It was... a woman, dressed in black fur. She was floating over the ruins of a city, and she was commanding serpents of... water. There was something familiar about her.
Rasputin, I'm going to show you a picture.
That's her! Wait a second. I thought I recognized her. True Psychic Tales, issue 43. She's on the cover.
Maligula.
The Deluge of Grulovia.
Maligula? She's been dead for 20 years!
Ford Crawler killed her himself!
A battle from which he never truly recovered.
She was a monster, a ruthless, power-hungry psychic who drowned hundreds of her own countrymen. Nevertheless, she still has her loyal followers to this day. This file documents recent activity believed to be the work of these modern-day delusionaries.
What are they up to?
Well, it's ridiculous, really. There's no scientific basis to necromancy.
What?
They're trying to bring her back to life?
It's silly, darling, but if they believe they can do it, they might do some dangerous things.
Mia, have you considered the other disturbing fact in all of this? That unstable character.
Could never kidnap the grand head of the Psychonauts without help? Yes.
You mean...
There's a mole in the Psychonauts.
If you think this is a mole, you're dumber than you look.
Approaching the mother lobe.
Cool ship.
Agent Forsyth, why did you deny us intel when we hailed the Mother Lobe?
What are you talking about, Agent 9?
We were on a mission to rescue the grand head of the Psychonauts. When we called for assistance...
I never heard any call. Who did you talk to? Is he all right?
We won't know for sure until we get that squirrel tested for rabies.
This is our kidnapper.
Clearly, he had help on the inside.
Impossible. A mole in the Psychonauts?
We have reason to believe delusionists are involved. And they're trying to bring back Malicula.
What?
I know. Isn't it great? The Psychonauts haven't had this kind of a threat in years.
Can someone help me with my dad? He's still acting funny.
Truman!
Let's get him inside so he can lie down.
I'll see what I can find out in my meditation chamber.
I'm taking Lobato to my office for further interrogation.
I'm gonna talk to Otto about our military options.
Does that make anyone else a little nervous?
Who are you?
I'm Raz. Rasputin? I'm, your newest Psychonaut?
How's that?
Ford Cruller, he gave me a badge. I've been kinda helping out.
Listen, kid. Agent Cruller is a hero. But he's not operating at 100%. He can hand out all the merit badges he wants, but he doesn't have the authority to commission Psychonauts.
But you can, right? You're Hollis Forsyth, lesser head of the Psychonauts? True Psychic Tales 146. You and Truman fought the Noodler together.
I prefer the title Second Head. If the other agents vouch for you, I might be able to get you a spot. In the intern program.
Ah.
But don't be late for orientation. I hear the coordinator's a real brainbuster. Welcome to the Mother Lobe.
The Mother Lobe. Nice. Nice.
Hey, is it okay if I go up into the main headquarters now?
I'm sorry, little boy, but there just aren't any school tours today.
What? I'm an intern. Agent Forsyth gave me this.
Really? Let's check your head in the fingerprint reader, please. Well, I'll be doused. Welcome to the intern program. Let me get you your orientation materials.
Welcome to the intern program. This field manual will act as your guide through the world of Psychonauts. Your progress is tracked here along with information you gather on your journey to becoming a junior Psychonaut. When in doubt, press start to consult your manual. Intern profile. Your internship progress is tracked on this page. Intern rank is key to unlocking new psychic abilities. Increase your rank by finding PSI challenge cards and markers of the real world or nuggets of wisdom in mines.
Wow. That picture really captures my startled side.
Is this Psi Portal? The Psi Portal is a trusty pocket-sized door to the mental world. Psi powers. This section of your manual tracks the progress of any Psi powers you are authorized to use while in the intern program. As your rank increases, you will earn an intern credit, which you can spend here for your PSI power upgrades. Use of unauthorized powers is strictly prohibited.
Ooh, looks like I can choose where to focus my energy and upgrade my powers. Very interesting.
Love it. Alright, that'll be useful. Area survey. As a psychonaut, it's important to always be aware of your surroundings. This section of the manual tracks your exploration of both physical and mental worlds.
Gotta keep track of all the places I've been here.
Lotto's Labyrinth. Brains I've visited. Cool. Mission log. Mission log tracks any official Psychonauts missions you undertake as part of the intern program. Consult this section for active missions and key operating procedures.
I'll keep my to-do list here.
Alice Forsyth wants me to report to the intern coordinator in the classroom. The map I got at reception should help me find it. Gotta love the music here. Oh shit, I can trash the place. I probably shouldn't do that.
Scanning for fingerprint. Access granted.
Nice.
Wow! I can't believe I'm really here! Psychonauts headquarters! Ow!
Sorry, new ball.
Wow!
Okay, map.
Aha! Maps are always useful.
They can be. Holy shit. A lot going on here.
Nick Johnsmith, you are needed in reception. Nick Johnsmith to reception.
Oh, this is cool.
No running.
Hello.
Hey, Sonny.
Let's do some exploring. Hey, thanks for being here. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, thanks for watching the VOD.
Way of your mental waves.
If you're here live, thanks for making the effort to watch me live. I appreciate all of you so much. If you don't already, please make sure you follow me on various socials: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Discord. Would love to have you join this fantastic community. I stream at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch if you ever want to catch this live. This has been a lot of fun. I am enjoying this a lot. Sometimes you'll find these bits of old side challenge markers flapping around. If you bring a bunch of them to automatic, you can combine it with a core to make a whole rank.
I'm not a visitor. I practiced up in this building, Sharon. I want to see my father now.
Just want to get all this yummy, yummy currency.
Find that mole yet, kid?
Nope, not
Find
yet,
that
man.
mole yet, kid?
Glad to see that all the mission briefings have been made it to everybody.
I'm personally too busy crafting the future of psychotechnology in my lab right now.
Welcome to the Automatic. This is your one-stop shop for Psychonaut supplies, pins to mod your Psi powers, and Psi challenge marker creation. Let me give you the dime tour.
Have a look around.
First, let's take a peek at our collection of essential items. These are goods no Psychonaut can do without. Be sure to stock up on supplies before heading out on missions. you've saved up enough Titanium, consider grabbing some accessories to upgrade your carrying capacities. This is also where you can pick up a side challenge core. Why don't you grab a complimentary core for yourself? We'll use it in the next section. Cool, thank you, sir.
Great idea. Let's make a side challenge marker and get you ranked up.
Alright. Increase rank by combining side challenge cards and cores. You'll need 9 cards to use with that side core you got there. You can combine the whole lot of them to create a side challenge marker, which will grant you 1 rank. I'll spot you 9 cards to try it out. Damn, this guy's generous as hell. Dauntless, thanks for gifting that sub. The DL. Ranked up. Right. Last but not least, feast your eyes on these pins. Buy pins to modify your psychic abilities. Pins allow you to add custom tweaks to your side powers. You can mix and match them to suit your style of play, and as you rank up, you'll gain access to more powerful ones. Why don't you try one out on the house? Pick one of those 3 levitation pins. Shifts your levitation ball color to a soothing blue, to a soothing green, or to red. Oh, so you just gotta pick one.
I'll admit, the main appeal of that one is looks.
So much cool stuff in there. I'll come back later for the rest of it.
Nice. I got a blue ball now.
Wow! The Psychonauts have their own hair salon? Would it be weird if I asked for the Sasha 9?
Javier, thank you for the 5 bits.
Wow! Would it be weird if I asked? Doesn't look open yet, though. You should.
This.
Wow! Here they are! The Psychic Six. The group of paranormal experts Ford Cruller gathered together to form the Psychonauts. I read all about them in True Psychic Tales #1. Tragically, none of them were the same after fighting Maligula in the deluge of Grulovia. Less tragically, but still upsetting, my mom used that issue of True Psychic Tales to line the floor of the world's smallest horse trailer.
Oh no. So this is what's going to be interesting is like this game's really focused on us getting into the brains of other people, but we also do need context for the lives of the Psychonauts because that's going to color their perception of what's going on in some of these areas, in these other people's brains.
A bowling alley? Amazing! Doesn't look open though.
He is so obviously passionate about the Psychonauts and knows all their history, so to hear that his mother used that to like line a horse trailer floor is obviously a salient memory to him. I'm not going to assume that she did it on purpose or maliciously, but obviously it stood out to him.
Excuse me, but do you know where intern orientation is?
2nd floor, past the classroom.
Thanks.
If you passed the restrooms, you went the wrong way.
What, are we recruiting from kindergartens now?
Yeah, gotta love that. Boy, that was the story of my life in academia, let me tell you. Look how young this guy looks. Could he possibly know what he's talking about?
All new interns, please report to my office for orientation. I don't have all day, new kid.
This does feel like our first day of college.
I'll take that card.
Oh, you look just like my nephew. The little jerk.
Well, that doesn't bode well for our relationship then, does it?
Hello.
If you need a big win, come down and get a performance-enhancing pin.
Hey, look out!
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Whoa!
Ow! That's mean.
Did he hurt you, baby?
I'm not a baby.
Yeah, you are. Question is, who's this new kid?
My name is Raz, and I'm the new intern.
That's ridiculous. I didn't ask for a new intern.
Intern program's full. Sorry, kid.
He is clumsy. He'd probably get us all killed.
And he's mean.
Well, kid, we give it a fair shot, and it looks like it just didn't work out. Better luck next year.
Guys, quit picking on the new kid. We were all new once, in case you forgot. I think he'll fit in just fine. In fact, I think he'll look cute in our uniform. Let's take him to the closet. Hey, you okay in there, Rusty? What's the holdup?
It's Raz. I was just wondering, if there's an intern uniform, how come you guys aren't wearing it?
Oh, well, we're level 2. Now just hand out your clothes and we'll get you that uniform.
Can't you hand me the uniform first?
No, silly. We need to take your clothes and measure them so we can get you a uniform that fits.
Unless you want us to come in there and measure you.
No. Here you go. Just hurry up, okay? It's cold in here and I'm practically naked. Uh-oh. Guys? Oh, come on! This is embarrassing in so many ways.
Now, if your reaction is, oh, come on, Raz, how didn't you see that coming, dude? You are part of the problem. People that need to be held accountable are the people who just did that to him. Hazing is a annoying perpetuation. A lot of times the reason that people haze when they're in a position of power is because they themselves were hazed, and breaking the chain means that they had to experience something that new folks don't, and that's unfair. People who are new already know they don't have power. You don't have to punch down. I am staunchly anti-hazing. I just, it has really no positive effect. People like to talk about it as facilitating camaraderie, as, you know, building a person's distress tolerance so they know what they're getting into, blah, 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 blah. Do better. There are better ways to facilitate connectedness with the people around you than to haze them when they initially show up. All you're doing is taking people who already have no power, and you are exerting more power over them. That doesn't make you any better. The people who are doing wrong here are the people who bullied Raz. This is not a Raz should have seen it coming. How could you be so stupid? Raz has no power here. Raz is trying to fit in. He's trying to find his way, and these people exploited that. Bullying is always the problem of the bully. Raz didn't do anything to antagonize them. He's just there. And so a lot of times what other people will do, particularly in this case if they bully them, is if they perceive that person to be threatening, perhaps Raz is going to work harder than them, perhaps he knows more than them. They overcompensate for their own insecurities by forcing him down and pulverizing him so he can't even possibly look like he's more competent than they are. This is a very poor first impression for these people. Very poor. Peaceful Coup, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Hazing's not the way, friends. Raz has nothing to be embarrassed
Leave
about.
this card lying around.
The bullies are who should be embarrassed. Also, you don't have to haze people just because you were hazed. You could be the person once you're in the position of power that breaks that cycle. At any point, you can choose to do differently. You are not beholden to do to others what they have done to you.
I don't have a key.
Agents stash surplus resources in all sorts of places just in case. They're yours for the taking if you have a supply chest key. Hey, that looks like a key.
I'll bet this key goes to that supply chest I found.
Good for you, Jay. I'm really glad to hear that. By the way, hazing doesn't generally make you tougher. It makes you more fearful of your environment. not a put hair on your chest kind of thing.
There's a narrow slot, but I don't think I can fit through it. There's a narrow slot, but I don't think I can fit through it.
Also, this music is a bop.
I don't know the code. Rats! Oh, sorry, Harold. You're absolutely right. I should think about how I'm using that word.
Nice.
What is it, Harold? Do you know the code? Is the code in there, Harold? I'm too big to go in there. If only I could see what you see in there. Hey, that reminds me.
Clairvoyance lets you see through the eyes of other people or animals. Using it on anyone displaying an eye aura can reveal hidden information about the world. Use clairvoyance to find the door code. Select clairvoyance and use left trigger, left bumper, or right trigger. Let's go left bumper.
Time to see the world as you see it, Harold.
Oh, this is neat. Empathy Simulator 5. He sees me as a big rat. I love it.
Aha! That's it, Harold.
0726. All right. Let's see. Can Harold show me what's over here? Hey, Harold. Jump and grab ropes, pipes, and ledges and traverse along them. The hell? Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Dude, Mila has the best outfits.
Got him, right where we want him. If you would just cooperate with our investigation.
Oh, I'd like to, but I can't.
I know you're scared, but if you could just tell me who...
No more questions.
Okay. So everybody keeps trying to make it seem like giving the information out is easy. And while mechanically it is, what these Psychonauts are failing to attend to in a way that I think would make things a lot easier for them is that they're up against what Lobato has internalized from the person who has all this power over him that's facilitating this fear. So acknowledging the fear is a good step, but we are up against more than just a simple behavioral event, which would be for him to give that information. We have no idea how strongly he's been gaslit, and that's a term I do not use lightly. We don't know what mechanisms have been fully put in control to make sure that he doesn't give up that information, and we don't know what he was told about us. We don't know what he was told about what consequences come at him if he speaks. He is very much up against more than just a decision. He is up against some real abuse, would be my guess, which is very difficult to deprogram somebody from. He's going to first need to feel safe in this environment. And he may not even trust the mechanisms we put in place for safety, because that might have been what was leveraged against him in order to get him to stop talking. So we have to tread very carefully here. It's not always just make a safe environment and empathize. Sometimes it's safe environment with empathy was used against this person, thus their brain equates it with trauma, thus it creates more anxiety. So this could be a long process that's going to require a lot of work because he was already intercepted before we got to him. Even if our intentions are good, we have to be aware of the context through which he's going to perceive our interactions with him. So it doesn't surprise me at all that they're having a hard time getting to him. And the more they get frustrated with him, the worse off they are.
Burning odor. Nothing to worry about.
And look at that. They have him strapped to a table, for God's sakes.
Ugh, nothing.
Didn't happen to see my car keys while you were in there, I suppose.
No, maybe we saw Siora's, though.
Maybe if I turn the safety off?
Look at him. He's shaking.
No good.
Well, this has been fun, but it's getting late.
Sasha, you have to let me do more. You know it's because of me that...
Otto.
I mean, if I hadn't...
Oof.
Not a word, Rasputin, until I find you some new clothes. Sorry if the fit is a little off. They're the smallest clothes I had.
Now, tell us again how you ended up outside in your underwear.
Oh, you know, I was sort of going undercover. Just like you did, Agent Mentalis, in True Psychic Tales number 62, when you used your defibrillator to hypnotize 16 trans troopers at once.
Oh, please. That old yarn? Oh, they embellished so many details in that version. But in fact, it was 17 troopers. Well, love to chat, but I gotta make like a brain and bounce. If you're ever looking for just the right tool for the job, come see me in my workshop. Even the best Psychonauts require a little assistance now and then.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Rasputin, I need to get back to the matter at hand.
No, I didn't bend the spoons, Mommy. Ooh, I love going through the car wash.
Oh, and don't worry.
All right. First, did you notice a little parallel process going on? If you wonder how a person like Lobato might cover up for somebody, and you wonder how quickly it can happen, sometimes it's not always super systemic. Sometimes it's a one-off nodal instance where you create enough fear that you don't rat people out. Raz just did the exact same thing that Lobato is doing. They asked how we showed up here in our underwear. Our inclination would be to say, all the other interns hazed me. He doesn't do that. He creates a story that protects them. He's not even been pulverized into doing so. But that's what wielding power to create fear will do for folks. Now Raz has to contemplate what those interns are capable of. Could they potentially make his life worse if he rats them out? And he wouldn't be ratting them out. He would be literally holding them accountable. This is how quickly that kind of thing can happen. So he literally is doing the exact same thing that Lobato is doing, which means that we should hopefully have some more empathy for Lobato. I had another thing, but I forget what it was.
About the other interns, Rasputin. Initiation rituals are a common method for a specialized social group to integrate foreign elements while preserving the social exclusivity of that group. Understand?
Thanks, Sasha.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that a lot. That would be like you being hazed or bullied, going to the principal's office, going literally through the right channels, or going to your parents, or whoever it is that's even an even higher position of power that could literally do something about it, and that person justifies it. And not only do they justify it with science / theoretical constructs that are obviously going to appeal to Raz, thus making Sasha part of the problem. That is how you have an institutionalized culture of toxicity and hazing. Right there. Justifying it using sociology. Sociology and psychology can provide an explanation. It doesn't provide an excuse. Just because we understanding something's half the battle. Do better with the information. Sasha does better there to say, so I'm going to follow up with them and make sure they don't pull that shit because we don't allow that around here. Big yikes. Huge yikes. I just lost a ton of respect for him. In a real-world scenario, how do you relate to somebody who has obviously suffered trauma, but you are not aware of the type of trauma? Focus on the present, the here and now, the emotions that the person is potentially bringing to the table in the moment. It's not your job to figure it out, nor is it your job to dive in and figure out somebody's trauma. Let them know to the extent to which you're willing to hear it if they want to share it, but you do your best. Charlie, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it.
What if...
Don't mind me, sir.
Psychar!
This is hilarious. Now I understand how this works. That wasn't the rat seeing us as a rat. That wasn't Harold seeing us as a rat. That was Raz depicting himself as a rat so that Harold would connect with him and work with him. So Raz has depicted himself as a guy in a suit so that this guy sitting at the table isn't suspicious of him. I love that. It's awesome. So I'm literally changing this guy's perception of me so he's not suspicious about me. Hey, what's up, man?
Can't grab that. My side pouch is full. That was a dirty trick you pulled.
Nice.
I want my clothes back.
You know, you're right. I'm sorry. And I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to let you finish my asset recovery mission.
Why do I feel like I'm gonna end up naked in a closet again?
My intern assignment is to track down this list of missing Psychonaut assets. Mission critical assets.
So, like a scavenger hunt?
If you think like a child, you will do a child's work. Finish this mission, and we'll know you're ready for your clothes back.
No. The hallmark of great intelligence is to be able to take complex information and synthesize it into simple explanations. Metaphors are a great way to do that. I believe people who create very relatable metaphors are very intelligent folks. Like, I see that as a mark of intelligence because it's a way to take something and show that you have conceptual understanding of it that transcends other physical contexts. So for Raz to call it a scavenger hunt, is it an oversimplification? Yes, but is it a way to make the bones of it more understandable and palatable? Yeah. The idea that if you put it into child's terms, you do child's work is a bit ridiculous and honestly pretty, like, pedantic of her to say. Right? Pedantic's probably not the right word. Yikes. Hate it. Your internship will sometimes present extra credit opportunities. You can track those optional missions here. Well, you better believe we're going to do extra credit. You
This
kidding
looks
me?
like a good place to track my side missions.
Right. So, it literally is a scavenger hunt. It's literally what it is.
Hey, Sam. Aren't you not supposed to tap the glass?
No, it's the opposite. You're supposed to tap on the glass to keep their heart rates up. In this predator-free environment, their heart rates get dangerously slow.
Huh.
Plus, they love it. I mean, look at him jump.
They are bringing the wrong people into the Psychonauts intern program.
You.
I'm really late to intern orientation now. I better get to the class right away. Almost had it. I just need to focus a little longer with my clairvoyance.
Bacon. Guy just sees bacon.
At least tomorrow's payday.
Experts agree, it's just not safe to use clairvoyance. Without my special clairvoyance enhancing pins.
Alright, let's see what you got.
These new pins, the very latest.
'Cause I got money to burn. This psychically enhanced accessory harness folding technology to store loads more titanium. Store some extra dream lust for later. Like having squirrel cheeks. Bolster some extra side pops. It seems like that stuff's everywhere, so let's go ahead and pick this guy up.
That's the hot stuff right there. Come
yeah,
back
it is.
anytime.
Harold, what have you found out about the mole? Nothing? Almost had it. I just need to focus a little longer with my clairvoyance.
Experts agree.
Oops. Wait. I could have just walked out.
Cut! What do you mean my psychopath battle bot is cut?
Austerity measures, Oleander. Every department is affected.
But my PMVB!
No time for pet projects, Maury.
You think this is saving you money? How much is it gonna cost?
Get a hold of yourself, Oleander.
Good luck fighting Maligula without my battle bot, cheapskates.
Hey, I'm with you. Letting him build a battle anything is probably a bad idea.
Oh, right. New intern. Thought I told you not to be late. Doesn't matter. You need a mentor. Let me see who's left.
Ooh, am I helping Mia? Or Sasha on a mission?
No. You're in the mailroom. Your mentor is Nick John Smith.
Mailroom? Nick John Smith? I've never heard of an Agent John Smith.
Nick's not an agent. He's not even psychic. He's just good at sorting mail. You'll love Nick. Everybody does.
The mailroom?
Ford Cruller himself worked in that mailroom. You could learn a lot there. For one thing, how to be on time. Okay, I've given you fingerprint access to the mailroom. Now scoot. I've got a base to run and a budget to balance.
Ranked up. Every mind is unique. If you want to customize your psi powers to suit your personal style, you want to get some pins.
I need more pins. I need all the pins.
Okay, so now I can upgrade. Okay, so Psi Blast. Hold to charge your blast for a bigger explosion. Finding objects with increased force. Or fling with more force. Press X while dodging to execute a dodge attack. Levitation ball will damage enemies if you slam in them at high speeds. Revealed hidden objects stay visible longer. I like the blast. I think I'm going to upgrade the blast.
My Psi Blast feels a lot blastier now.
Cool. All right. And then let's go. Levitation.
Feels like I got a little more spring in my levitation. Yep. Oh.
Okay, got ourselves a key. It's a cool painting.
Where do I find my mentor again?
Your mentor, Nick John Smith, should be waiting for you in the mailroom downstairs. Why can't you remember this?
Sorry. Jeez, look. Now, I don't really like people treating
With that Psi card, I can
our
make
boy
a Psi
Rez
challenge marker back at the automatic.
as though he's some sort of like baby who can't do anything, but I also do think that it is important for young folks to understand that you don't just get to waltz right in and immediately
Got some intern credits.
be like a higher up. You do got to work your way up the chain. But I believe that people in positions of power should help facilitate that process and see young folks as having potential and listening to them as opposed to just outright dismissing them.
Hey! How's your dad?
Terrible! I gotta go get him some therapy plant stats.
How'd you get that hatch open?
Oh, it's got a fingerprint combination. I can teach it to you. Come here. It's more than just a number. You kind of have to feel it. Do you feel it?
Yes.
Good. Tell anybody you got it from me, and you're dead. Bye!
Now you can access Otto's brain-only network for quick travel around the Mother Lobe and other local areas. Cool.
Check these new pins, the very
We're gonna do
latest.
this. Oh, I gotta buy. Okay, hold on. I gotta buy this.
Let's combine that Psy-Core with your card so you can rank up.
Boom, baby.
I don't think I need any more gadgets right now.
Good, because I would never trust one to someone so young, of course.
Press X to compress your levy ball, then release to bounce high in the air. That sounds awesome. Gain additional blast before having to recharge. I want to bounce around on the ball. Okay, so we got to go to the mail room, which is over here. Not totally sure how to lay this out.
All interns who have not checked in with their mentor must do so immediately.
I'm assuming there's a part 2 to that, Charlie.
Scanning for fingerprint. Access granted.
Okay.
Mr. John Smith? Hello? Got it. New intern here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come here.
Should I tell somebody?
I don't want to get poor Nick in trouble. What a mess.
There's a narrow slot, but
I don't know how to fit through these slots.
Where is Mick? I can't remember the last time I saw him.
Everything okay in here?
Who are you?
I'm, Nick John Smith's new intern.
Oh, so you're the one not sorting all this mail.
Wait!
Better get all this mail sorted, quick! You're making Nick look bad.
Am I? Sort the mail. This isn't the work I signed up for. This is important work.
This package is addressed to Truman Zanotto. Hey, this might be important. I'd better bring it to Truman. Technically, this is official Psychonauts business.
Hell yeah, it is. How do I stop thinking about the worst case scenario, and why do I keep fixating on something that didn't happen? So Charlie, that's a big question. And it's not an uncommon thing to happen. I really recommend talking to a therapist about something like that. Those types of intrusive thoughts can be pretty distressing. And the important thing is not to change our thoughts, but to change our response to the thoughts. We can't really change our thoughts, particularly if they're intrusive. So there's not really a way to stop thinking about things, but there is a way to focus our energy elsewhere or replace certain thoughts with other thoughts. And defining what those is relative to the person. But we oftentimes will get so fixated on what-ifs because we feel like we prepare for the what-ifs. And if we prepare for the worst-case scenario, then it won't catch us off guard. Sometimes we get so absorbed in that we stop paying attention to reality. So oftentimes it's important to shift from hypothetical what-ifs to reality and to focus on that. Assuming this is the direction I need to go here.
Come on, Rasputin, precious cargo.
I don't know where Truman is,
Come on,
though.
package, you're doing that on purpose.
Have a good one, Chappie. Really hope I'm going the right way.
What the?
Hey, you guys gotta check this out. The new kid killed Nick.
He's alive, but he's brainless.
What?
What kind of sick monster would steal Nick's brain? I mean, Nick!
Maybe he saw something he shouldn't have.
But why keep his body alive?
And why mail it to the Grand Head of the Psychonauts?
It could be a warning.
Hey guys, does the Lady Luctopus Casino mean anything to you?
Isn't that where we sent Agent 33?
To investigate suspected delusionist activity?
Agent 33 is 2 days late with her status update.
I'll get the jet.
I'll pack the go case.
I'll stay here and protect the children.
What? Aren't we all going on the mission?
We could use you in tactical command, Agent Forsyth.
And maybe the interns would benefit from...
It's not safe. Not while we have a double agent among us.
I'll take her place. I've heard the buffet there is shockingly reasonable.
Well, if you reconsider, meet us on the jet pad within the hour.
Can't we just...
No, all of you, to the interns' bay. Now! I've got some training exercises planned today that are both informative and safe. Last one there has to delouse the brain tumbler.
TV?
I'll bet those guys took Nick's body back to the mailroom. I should go check and see if he's okay. He is my mentor, after all.
Scanning. Access granted.
Intrigue, excitement. Hollis still wants us to go to class. Who can study when there's a mole in the Psychonauts? Alright, let's go see... Night Skog.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. I've got enough credit to upgrade one of my psi powers.
Hell yeah.
Yoink.
Okay. Thought I heard... Did I hear Nick? Was he down? Why is he tied up?
Yep.
Want to get in there. Poor guy. Charlie, thank you. Wow, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, friend. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Alright, let's go to the classroom. My levitation ball, because this thing's awesome. Would you trust somebody who got their brain stolen? I mean,
Oh, that's
fair enough.
right. He mailed that letter for you that one time, didn't he?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what does she see? Oh, she like... Don't mind me, just a vending machine. No, 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 no. What does he see? Bacon. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. It's a little intrusive to read people's thoughts.
It's just not safe to use clairvoyance.
Oh.
Without my special clairvoyance enhancing pins.
Oh, good. You're finally here. Let me know when you're prepared to learn something.
Yo, I don't need you to be so condescending.
Don't wait too long. You'll miss class.
Where's my spot?
Bye, Makwato.
Yo, well, I would love to, but could you tell me what to do? Oh, wow, I get a choice? If I may speak freely, I think I could contribute to the casino mission. Can I ask why we can't join the Lady Luctopus mission? Agent Forsyth, that mission to the casino needs us. When does class start? Ooh. Well, rather than asking if you can ask, you're probably better off just asking. That mission to the casino needs us. I don't think that's going to sway her. I think I could contribute to the casino mission. I don't think I have enough power to do any of these. I really think I have to just ask when class starts and just deal with it.
When does class start?
As soon as you get to my classroom.
I'm in your classroom.
This isn't your classroom?
No. This is. So are you ready, kid?
I did not, Luna.
Yeah.
And what are you ready for?
Safety.
Oh, you think the human mind is safe? Well, that's cute.
Cilantro.
And that is how you perform the advanced psychic ability known as mental connection.
Cool. Ooh, sorry. Could you repeat that?
Sorry, kid. I warned you not to be late. I'm off to attend to some fiduciary concerns. Norma, take over for me, won't you? You can practice with some of those loose ideas.
But Agent Forsyth, is it safe to leave all these thoughts out like this if you're not here?
Norma, please. It takes more than a few rambunctious children to affect the mind of a trained psychonaut.
What are you doing, weirdo?
Try not to fall asleep in my class. All right, Rapscallion. Okay, now how do I explain mental connection extremely simply?
Let me guess. We focus on an idea in someone's mind until we form a tangible connection with it.
Oh, I didn't realize you were a mental connection expert. By all means, give us a demo. Professor.
Yeah, these people are threatened by me. They're threatened by me. That's why they're being aggressive.
If you can't do it, you can just say so.
When people are unnecessarily aggressive and dickish, it is often because they are projecting an immense amount of insecurity onto somebody. So this combines a couple of theories, but I'm going to try to explain this as simply as I can. We take these general concepts and we tend to split them into good and bad. So in this context, knowledge, good, incompetence or lack of knowledge, bad. When Raz shows up and seems to understand the concept of mental connection, what that does is it brings the, I don't know her name, closer to a potential sense of incompetence relative to Raz's competence. Which means she's closer to bad than good. So that's called splitting. So what she's going to try to do is overcompensate to reconcile that so that she appears competent and he appears incompetent. And so she does that by berating him and using sarcasm and putting him into a position where he could potentially fail because she gets to save face relative to his incompetence. A lot of people do this. So behind a lot of force, particularly unnecessary force, is often a internal sense of incompetence and being worried that people will find out how incompetent you are. So you overcompensate with what you think is competence. We see this all over, and it's particularly scary in positions of power. Like real positions of power. Doesn't excuse it. Doesn't mean that we have to just let it go. But it can give you some insight into what might be going on for somebody. Aim at an idea and press right trigger to connect.
What the heck did you just do?
I said connect with the idea, not jump inside it like a hamster ball.
Sorry. Old habit from the circus, I guess.
While inside an idea, you can connect it to other ideas to create links between them.
Not only is cilantro delicious, it's affordable and easy to grow in a window box herb garden.
What the heck is that?
What?
You left a slime trail.
It's like he connected the two thoughts together.
Oh, now you're in trouble. Hey, what's the big idea?
Looks like disgust.
Well, I'm sure it's not the first time Rasputin has created that thought in someone's mind.
When ideas are far apart, connect these nodes to create a longer chain.
Not only is cilantro delicious, it's affordable and easy to grow in a window box herb garden. I know cilantro reduces the risk of digestive distress, but it tastes like soap. And honestly, I'd rather have the gas.
Hey, Raz. If you can change Forsyth's opinion of cilantro, maybe you could change her mind about the casino mission.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, she worries about us kids too much. It's taking years off of her life expectancy.
If you could get her not to be so worried all the time.
We could all go on a real Psychonauts mission!
Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to take a look around up there. Just see if there's any, problems.
Straight to the top, Raz!
Of course, if you're scared, don't do it.
I mean, you'll probably get kicked out of the Psychonauts
Okay,
for trying,
so
but what the heck?
Connect those thoughts, young man!
Try not to...
This is pretty fascinating, but it is also more complicated than this is letting on. I understand this is a video game, but meaning and opinions are increasingly through the lifespan the result of deductive reasoning. So it wouldn't be as simple necessarily as just reframing this. It would be that in changing that person's opinion of a thing, you also are passively changing the context, the values, and the experiences that led that person to deduce that certain opinion. I mean, take the cilantro, for example. If you eat cilantro and your brain processes it as a pleasurable sensation, on your tongue in the form of taste, you would have to change that context and stimulus reaction in order to necessarily change the opinion. Or you would have to come up with something so far out of left field that it would override whatever pleasurable sensation that that person has, meaning you'd have to connect it to some sort of value. Like, let's say cilantro was only produced by people who had been human trafficked. And you were like, you know what, despite the fact that I like cilantro, the way that it is procured is super unethical, thus I will not eat it. See what I mean? Like, this is way more complicated than just switching it between good or bad, risky, not risky. Like, you really have to get into the actual values and context that leads to a person to deducing something. Because I've said so many times on this stream, if you ask the right questions and show the right amount of curiosity, you will find that the decisions a person makes, the values they have, and the perceptions they have make sense to them based on all of that stuff. So it's not just as easy as changing something on the surface level, which is what's lost in a lot of conversations that many of us have when people are in different positions on something.
Kill her brain, Raz.
Remember, it's for the good of the mission.
Well, what's this little nugget of wisdom doing? Oh, I like those.
Nugget of wisdom. Every brain acquires nuggets of wisdom along the way. Finding one will impart enough concentrated wisdom to gain an entire rank. Cool.
Straight to the top, Raz.
Of course, if you're scared, don't do it.
So
I mean,
risk.
You'll probably get kicked out of the Psychonauts for trying, but what
These
the
barriers keep
Connect
parts of our
those
brains
knots,
off
young
limits.
man.
See if one of
Try
your
not
other
to
psi
kill her
powers can
brain,
break
Raz.
through them.
Remember, it's for the
Oh, wait. This was a terrible idea.
Oh man, if this is gonna take us into deductive reasoning, this is gonna make me so happy.
They just don't have the experience. I'll just have to get Sasha to give up half of his laboratory budget. It was hard enough getting him to give up wearing socks with sandals, but you did it, Forsyth. Remember that. Need to cut out. No more imported truffles, Otto. Regular mushrooms are just as good. I can already hear Mia complaining she can't meditate without fresh cilantro in her chimichurri. That stuff tastes like soap, Fidello. And also, we can't afford it. Oh. I'll just have to get Sasha to give up half of his laboratory budget. If I let them go to that casino,
I don't want her to know I'm here.
they'd be dead. I'm letting another agent get hurt on my watch. I need to keep them safe. But without funding, how can I keep anyone safe?
Huh.
How can I find
This was a bad idea. I'm going back.
Uh-oh.
Our Lady of Restraint Neurological Hospital. I think Hollis said she was an intern here once.
I always had my best ideas here. Let's just hope I don't run into Dr. Putz.
Maybe trying to change her mind is a bad idea.
Figure bad idea can blow up in your face.
Wait.
Oh
I
no.
think that is a bad idea.
Oh no. Oh no!
No.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Yes! No room in here for any bad ideas but my own. Speaking of, I gotta catch up to Hollis and try to change her mind about the mission.
So are the bad ideas that I shouldn't be... Oh, this is so interesting. It's hard to know if the bad ideas are like relative to the ideas that we bring in. So like, is the bad idea that it's risky?
This hat box needs a hat box tag.
Or is the bad, like, oh man. Because we're intrusive to her mind, so she undoubtedly has protectors up. There's no way she doesn't. Oh man, this is so interesting.
I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby.
Yes, you do.
Ah, here's the hat box tag.
Remember, we're in her mind now.
I need the steamer trunk tag for this guy.
Aww. Man, those are like the baggage is like legitimately unsettling. Like they're emotional and they're like in a way that like I just want to like sit and talk to them. What's the matter, emotional baggage?
I'll take this. What's that sound?
Yay! I'm just glad it feels better when you bring in its tag. We got everything we can get here. Let's go in.
Oh my god, look at the size of that kid's head! Get him to radiology, stat!
Uh-oh. Oh no!
You saved another life, Dr. Potts.
Oh, please. I was just doing my job.
I heard the technique you used was developed by your intern, Hollis Forsyth.
Oh, my intern? Why, yes, well, we did collaborate on that a little.
Oh, so she might have once been an intern that had good ideas that were shut down. And now she's doing the same thing to me. Because to let me in as an intern would mean that she has to confront how sad she is about the fact that she wasn't let in or given credit when she was an intern. Oh, that's how this stuff happens, man. Again, you can choose to do differently. And also, it's okay to confront stuff like that.
The patient will make a full recovery, Dr. Potts. All thanks to you.
Mm-hmm.
And your brilliant intern, Hollis Forsyth.
Why, yes. Well, she has been a helpful assistant.
Yep. She learned interns can't be trusted, interns don't deserve the credit.
I like the look of these. This brain has made amazing progress.
Another life saved by the Forsyth method.
The Potts method? Potts? It was my invention? That intern merely transcribed my dictation.
Oh, my apologies, Dr. Potts.
In fact, I was thinking of getting rid of her.
Oof. Oh, man. It all makes so much sense. We're going to find empathy for basically everybody in this game because in going to their brain, we get to learn their decision trees. Why they are the way they are, why they choose what they choose. I love it. Death is equated with disgust. What is this thing?
Hey!
Half a mind. This little guy has lost his mind. Half of it anyway. If you can reunite him with the other half, you'll gain a whole brain of mental energy. Sweet.
I've got half a mind to look for the other half. Something tells me it's not too far away.
The small touches in this game are so great. I love it. Okay. Well, there's the other half of mind. So victory, Death with victory seems a bit odd.
Good luck collecting your debts after I'm dead, losers.
Ooh, boy. Okay, so these really are. It's just shaping shaping meaning.
Good luck collecting your debts after I'm dead.
Right? Like how you could view death as a victory. Makes sense. Oh. Hey. Come here, Vault. All right. Dr. Potts is the pits. All right. So super happy to be at the emergency or at this neurological hospital. She's an overworked intern. Sadness. Chaos. Very proud of what she created. Goes to Dr. Potts. He's polishing a golf ball. He takes it over, makes it his method so she doesn't get credit, which is terrible, but happens all the time in academia. Publishes it. She sees it. Everybody lauds him. She has no power. Plus, she's a woman, so she's never going to be believed. So that is literally the most horrible thing that ever could have been done. What an asshole. She looks at how to change minds through mental connection to see if she can potentially overthrow that. Makes sense. Okay, so now it would make sense that when she's in a position of power, she wants to exert as much power and influence as she can, because one of the most influential things she ever created got hijacked by somebody else in a position of power. Thus, it stands to reason that she would try to hold on to whatever power she can hold on to at any point she can hold on to it, because this very notable instance of mass importance created a huge insecurity and agenda for her. Okie
That's
dokie.
no good. Maybe if I move some funds around. I could postpone paying those bills, but not these. Another grant is off the table for sure.
Now, if I go the empathic route, because again, everything I just said is not an indictment on her. It's just making sense of what's going on for her. I think the empathic route for this is potentially she doesn't want the same thing to happen to me that has happened to others. Like if she was to see potential in an intern, perhaps this is why she surrounds herself by terrible interns. If she sees potential in an intern, that is going to stir up a ton for her, because she's potentially worried that the same thing will happen to me that happened to her. She can only do so much. She can't control the other people around her, and it creates that soft spot for her. And if she's not willing to engage with that vulnerably, it may be why she is particularly aggressive toward me. because I already am vouched for by people that are important to her. So, good chance she potentially sees some of herself in me, and that's why she is extra standoffish and harsh. Because that need for distance is more about her than it is about me. She doesn't want to experience the vulnerability that goes along with making that connection. So that's the more empathic approach.
The astronauts don't have to pinch pennies like this. Where am I going to get the money for that? What if I eliminate some meals? I could cut my own paycheck for a while.
Chapel.
I went to school for medicine. How did I end up stressing about money management all day? Well, I just need to put those thoughts aside and focus on the children. Their safety is the most important thing. And it's not just because a lawsuit would bankrupt us right now. That casino mission would be good experience for them, but it's too risky. What if I let them go and the worst happens? Need to focus. Only one unfathomable fear at a time, Forsyth.
If Hollis associated risk with something more positive than death, it would open her up to so many more missions. I mean, life experiences.
This is so freaking cool. I can't even stand it. The taking that connection and then saying focus on something else and then that connection staying there and just floating up is a fantastic representation of the fact that, like, when we do that, that's exactly what happens. These connections don't just go away because we stop attending to them. In fact, they can sit in the background and passively affect everything that we associate with it because we didn't do the work to diversify that connection or to work through it. This is why just ignoring things is not useful, because those meanings and connections that we've created influence the here and now, whether we want them to or not. So developing some insight into it can help us diversify those neural connections in the way that Raz is currently deducing is how we're going to need to solve this. It's freaking brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Give me your wisdom, Nugget.
We've got a lot of points to spend, so let's spend them. Dishes out free knuckle sandwich to incoming grappled enemies for bonus damage. That sounds awesome.
I feel like I'm
especially because it's called the knuckle
mental
sandwich.
Connections.
Extra mustard, love it. And we'll go Pouncy Ball. Good stuff. Alright. So we need to make different associations.
Yep.
Okay, so disgust and cilantro, death and risk, delight, and mushrooms. Socks with sandals, stress, and money. Let's grab the little collector's items real quick.
I just remembered how dire the Psychonauts' finances are.
Okay. Germs, mushrooms. Okay, so socks with sandals and stress.
What if my husband starts wearing socks with sandals? Could I still love him?
Yes, you could. Oh, God. That's so perfect. Oh, my God. I love how these are all what-ifs, too. They're not even necessarily reality. They're just what-ifs. Oh, man. Ebra, and I'm back on Twitch. I no longer stream. I no longer live stream on YouTube. My live streams are on Twitch now. I made the change earlier this week. No regrets, but I'm here on Twitch now. Okay, so stress and money. Don't want to create that. So we need to do delight with risk. That seems, well, delight and risk seems like an interesting jump, but I think it's possible.
Sandals? Sure, it's fun to take risks. But what use is it?
There's definitely utility to it. Okay, so risk, delight.
Mushrooms really do add a savory heft to any dish.
If Hollis wants to solve her money problems, she's gonna need to accept some risk.
Right. No, I get that. Okay, so we need to go. Okay, so
Mushrooms, who am I kidding? If I wasn't worried about something, I wouldn't be me. It just means I care.
That's not the change I was going for.
So we need risk with delight.
Sure, it's fun to take risks. But what use is it? Who am I kidding? If I wasn't worried about something, I wouldn't be me. It just means I care.
Okay, good.
I just remembered how dire the Psychonauts'
Why can't
finances
I connect
are.
those three? Alright, let's see what happens if I...
I wonder if we could cut some money by cutting cilantro from Taco Tuesday budget.
Interesting. But that's not going to help us go on that casino mission.
I know cilantro reduces the risk of digestive distress, but it tastes like soap. And honestly,
Okay, now I see how this
I
works.
can't believe some people prefer open casket funerals.
Okay, I understand it now.
Disgusting.
So we have to start in money, I think. And I think we have to work our way around. Yep, okay. Because this has got to be far-reaching. So we're going to do this. We're going to jump out. Now I understand. So we're going to go money. We need to get her around to the idea, which means we have to go a long path.
I never say this out loud, but the truth is, I really, really, really just love money.
I think the only way to get Hollis to take us on a mission to a casino
Yeah, is to
is
associate
to get her
risk
to
with money.
associate risk
Yep.
with money.
Okay. Which means we go here. No.
Sure, it's fun
No!
to take risks.
Son of a bitch.
But what use
No.
is it?
No, 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 no. Okay, risk. Okay, now we're tethered. All the way around. Okay, this was a fun little thing to do. There we go.
I think I just figured out how to solve all our money problems.
Get interns to do the dirty work. Uh-oh, proper funding and debt relief raises. Oh, God. Oh, no. What have we done? Oh, no. Please tell me that's a what-if monster. The what-if Kraken.
Hey, Teach, what gives? I was in the middle of a sweet hookup there.
Guess what, kids? You all did so well on your lesson. How about we give your new power a test drive out in the field?
You mean we're going on the mission? For real?
Isn't that dangerous?
You know what they say, Sam. Nothing ventured, nothing brained.
I don't think that's what...
Let's roll.
Heck yes!
Cool.
Right.
Sweet.
Woo!
I'm so glad you changed your mind about the mission, Agent Forsyth. I was nervous about bringing the children, but if you feel that it's safe, then it must be.
It's crucial we find out what these delusionists are up to at the casino. With you handling tactical command, I'd say our probability of mission success has risen 35%.
I'll take those odds. Now, how long till we reach the Lady Lectopus?
We are almost there.
Her entire
Agent
demeanor
Forsyth?
changed.
How are you feeling?
Lucky.
Well, we're here.
Oh boy.
Using a false identity, we've secured a high roller suite to use as our base of operations.
Now, children, you are not to leave the suite. Like most casinos, the Lady Lactopus has a strict no psychics policy.
Sure it does.
Be happy for this chance to observe Agent Forsyth in action. Teacup, this is Shoehorn. We are nearing position 1. I'm moving.
I love it. This was awesome. This is where I'm going to end us this evening. But this is awesome. I am so glad that Jared suggested this. Those of you that are watching the VOD on YouTube, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the VOD. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it. If you want to become a member, you can hit the join button down below. It helps support the channel. We'll have more episodes coming in the very near future. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the VOD, and I hope you will watch the subsequent ones that are on their way. I will catch you. Part 2 in the casino. Oh, and make sure you leave a comment if you didn't already, if there's something that stood out to you, if there's something that you really liked. Leave a comment.